Queen's Gambit accepted, Central Variation, McDonald Defense, 4.nf3bb4+. Sudden a close game that was lost by a mistake. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. That was a well-fought middle game that White got the better of. The players battled pretty evenly in the end game. Opening with the queen's pawn controls the center and usually leads to a more positional development of the pieces. d5 establishes a presence in the center, controls the e4 square, and opens up the light-squared bishop. The queen's gambit offers up a wing pawn to attack the center and distract black from the e4 square. The queen's gambit accepted immediately captures the c4 pawn and forces white to prove an advantage with one less pawn. e4 takes full control of the center and allows the light-squared bishop to attack the pawn on c4. e5 takes space in the center, attacks the d4 pawn and allows the dark-squared bishop to develop. nf3 develops the knight toward the center, attacks the e5 pawn and defends the d4 pawn. bb4+ gives a check and develops the bishop. This blocks the check from an opposing bishop. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. Takes back. It is the last book move. This activates a knight by developing it off of its starting square. It is excellent. This activates a bishop by developing it off of its starting square. It is best. This is an equal trade. It is good. Recaptures. It is best. This wins a tempo by threatening a bishop and forcing it to move away. It is best. This move puts the bishop on a safer square. It is best. This develops a queen off its starting square, getting it into the action. It is best. This overlooks an opportunity to defend a pawn that was under attack. It is an inaccuracy. This threatens to win a pawn. This is the only move that works. It is a great move. This defends the attacked pawn. It is best. After all captures, this is an equal trade. This is the only good move. It is best. Takes back. It is best. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. It is best. This activates a rook by developing it off of its starting square. It is best. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling kingside tends to be safer because the king is further from the center. It is excellent. This connects the rooks, which helps them coordinate together in the future. This threatens to take an open file with the rook. It is best. The rook is now on an open file, which helps control squares across the board. This threatens to kick a knight. It is best. This threatens to reveal an attack on a rook. It is an inaccuracy. This allows the knight to control more squares. This is the only move that works. This prevents the opponent from being able to reveal an attack on a rook. It is a great move. That pawn was free for the taking. It is best. The rooks can see each other now, allowing them to provide mutual defense. It is excellent. This offers an equal trade of pieces. It is excellent. This maintains the balance in material with a good trade. It is best. Recaptures. It is forced. This develops a piece while also winning a tempo on a bishop. This is the only good move. It is a great move. This moves the bishop to safety. It is best. That's a sensible reply. It is excellent. This threatens to kick a knight. It is best. This exposes an attack, threatening a pawn. It is good. This kicks an opposing knight. It is good. This move puts the knight on a safer square. It is best. This moves the bishop to a more active square, making it gain scope. It is good. This threatens to reveal an attack on a pawn. It is a mistake. There were worse moves, but also something much better. It is an inaccuracy. Takes back. This threatens to double the pawns in front of the king. It is best. Right on target. It is best. This threatens to win a pawn. It is good. This prevents the opponent from being able to win a pawn. It is best. This threatens to kick a bishop. It is good. Very precise. It is best. The opposing bishop is kicked by a pawn, and must now move or be captured. It is best. This threatens to pin a knight to the king. It is an inaccuracy. This loses a pawn. It is a mistake. There was only one good move there. This ignores an opportunity to win a pawn. This allows the opponent to reveal an attack on a rook. It is a miss. This stops the opponent from being able to pin a knight to the king. It is good. That's not a mistake, but it's not the best move either. It is good. This leads to losing a pawn. It is a blunder. This wins a pawn. This is the only good move. This took advantage of a mistake and white now has a winning advantage. It is a great move. This moves the rook to safety. It is best. One of the best moves. It is excellent. Recaptures. It is best. Takes back. This is the start of the endgame and white is winning. It is best. This exposes an attack, threatening a pawn. It is good. This forks multiple pieces. It is best. A very strong play. It is excellent. This move puts the bishop on a safer square. It is good. This defends the attacked pawn. It is good. That's what I would have recommended. It is best. A solid choice. It is excellent. This is not the right idea. It is an inaccuracy. This is a fair move. It is good. This is the strongest option. It is best. Right on target. It is best. This evades the check from the rook. It is forced. That's a sensible reply. It is excellent. That was a free pawn. It is best. This steps away from the checking rook. It is best. This moves the bishop to safety. It is excellent. One of the best moves. It is excellent. That's fine. It is good. This move puts the pawn on a safer square. This threatens to create a passed pawn. It is best. This defends a pawn that was under attack and had no defenders. This prevents the opponent from being able to create a passed pawn. It is best. Very precise. It is best. This pushes a passed pawn. It is excellent. This moves the bishop to a better location, allowing it to control more squares. It is best. That's what I would have recommended. It is best. This ignores an opportunity to create a passed pawn. It is an inaccuracy. A very strong play. It is excellent. This defends a bishop that was under attack and had no defenders. It is excellent. This is not the best. It is an inaccuracy. This threatens to create a passed pawn. It is best. This wins a bishop. It is best. This overlooks an opportunity to create a passed pawn. It is an inaccuracy. This is the strongest option. It is best. The bishop now occupies an outpost, a secure square in the opponent's territory. It is best. This moves the bishop to safety. It is best. Right on target. It is best. This moves the bishop to a more active square, making it gain scope. It is best. This makes a passed pawn, meaning no opposing pawn can challenge it on its way to promotion. It is best. A solid choice. It is excellent. This steps away from the checking rook. It is excellent. The pawn is now passed because it can no longer be challenged by opposing pawns as it tries to promote. It is best. This moves the bishop to a better location, allowing it to control more squares. It is excellent. This is the way to win a rook. It is best. Sudden a close game that was lost by a mistake. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. That was a well-fought middle game that white got the better of. The players battled pretty evenly in the endgame.